AITA for telling my father and his girlfriend that the gift she got me was creepy and invasive. I'm 28, happily married, and currently expecting my first child, a baby boy, who's due in February. This baby is the first grandchild on both sides of our family, so, as you can imagine, everyone is thrilled. And honestly, it's been heartwarming to see how excited people are for us. But this excitement has also come with a fair share of unsolicited advice, overstepping, and, well, drama. One of the biggest sources of that drama is my dad's girlfriend, Lena, not her real name. For context, my dad, 57M, has been dating Lena, 40F, for about 3 years now. She's nice enough, I guess, but we're very different people. Lena is bubbly, extroverted, and super into influencer culture. She follows dozens of lifestyle influencers on Instagram, watches YouTube vlogs religiously, and is always talking about the latest trends. I'm the complete opposite. I value privacy and find influencer culture exhausting, if not outright shallow. I'm not judging her interests. They're just not for me. Because of this, we've never been particularly close. We get along well enough during family gatherings, but we don't go out of our way to spend time together. When I announced my pregnancy earlier this year, Lena was over the moon. She's never had kids of her own, so she was beyond excited about the idea of becoming a bonus grandma. At first, her enthusiasm was sweet. She'd send me messages congratulating me and telling me how excited she was for our family to grow. But then, her excitement started to feel overwhelming. It began with her sending me Instagram posts from mommy influencers. I'd wake up to DMs full of links to posts about pregnancy diets, nursery decorating tips, and parenting hacks. At first, I appreciated her effort. It was clear she was trying to bond with me. But then she started sending more personal content, like influencers talking about their labor experiences, breastfeeding struggles, and postpartum recoveries. It was a bit much, but I didn't say anything. The tipping point came a few months ago when one of her favorite influencers gave birth. This influencer documented the entire experience, from her first contractions to the baby's arrival. She posted a poorly edited montage set to country music, featuring close-ups of her face during labor, shots of the medical staff, and her family crying outside the delivery room. Lena sent me the video with a message that said, "This is so beautiful. You should do something like this." I remember feeling baffled. The idea of someone filming me while I'm in labor felt absurd, not to mention invasive. I responded politely, saying something like, "That's not really my thing, but I'm glad it was meaningful for her." I thought that would be the end of it. Spoiler, it wasn't. Fast forward to Christmas. My husband and I celebrated at my cousin's house with my side of the family. The day was going great. Lots of laughter, good food, and holiday cheer. When it came time to exchange gifts, I was genuinely excited. My dad handed me a box with a cute onesie for the baby, which I loved. Then Lena handed me an envelope with a big grin on her face. I opened it, and my stomach sank. Inside was a business card for a professional videographer. Before I could say anything, Lena announced, "I hired him to film the birth of your baby. He's amazing. He did my friend's wedding video, and it was gorgeous. This will be such a special keepsake for you and your family." I was stunned. I didn't know how to respond. My mind was racing with questions. Why would she think this was a good idea? Hadn't I made it clear that I wasn't comfortable with stuff like this? Who even hires a videographer for a medical procedure? But I didn't want to cause a scene in front of everyone, so I forced a smile and said, "Oh wow, thank you." That night, I couldn't stop thinking about it. I kept imagining how horrifying it would be to have a stranger with a camera in the delivery room while I'm sweaty, screaming, and completely vulnerable. I had nightmares about it. The next day, my husband and I had lunch with Lena and my dad. I decided to address the gift as gently as possible. I started by thanking her for the thought behind it and acknowledging her excitement for the baby. Then I explained that I didn't feel comfortable with the idea of being filmed during childbirth. I told her that while I appreciated the gesture, I wouldn't be using the videographer and that she didn't need to give me anything else for Christmas. Well, that did not go over well. Lena's face fell, and she looked genuinely hurt. "I don't understand," she said. "This is such a beautiful opportunity. You'll want to remember this moment forever. And the video will be something you can show your child when they're older." I tried to explain that I didn't view childbirth the same way she did. For me, it's an intensely private and medical experience, not a photo op. But she kept pushing, saying I'd regret not having it filmed. That's when my dad jumped in. He accused me of being ungrateful and rude for rejecting Lena's gift. He said she put a lot of thought and effort into it, and that I was throwing it back in her face. At this point, I was getting frustrated. I told them that this wasn't about gratitude. It was about boundaries. I reminded them that I'd already expressed my discomfort with the idea of filming my labor months ago. Lena started crying and saying she just wanted to do something special for me and the baby. In the heat of the moment, I blurted out, "I'm sorry, but I find the idea of someone filming me while I'm giving birth to be creepy and invasive." That set my dad off. He called me disrespectful and said he was very disappointed in me. My husband, bless him, stepped in at that point and told my dad and Lena that they were crossing a line. He said it was my body my experience, and my decision, and that they needed to respect that. The lunch ended on a sour note. Lena left in tears, and my dad was furious. Since then, he's barely spoken to me. He's texted me a few times to say I need to apologize to Lena for hurting her feelings and rejecting her thoughtful gift. Meanwhile, most of my family is on my side. My mom, my parents are divorced, thinks Lena overstepped, and my cousins have been cracking jokes about how absurd the whole situation is. Still, my dad's reaction has me second-guessing myself. I don't think I was wrong to set a boundary, but maybe I could have handled it better. Reddit? AITA?